This is the award-winning Lee Pitts Live.
Brought to you by the North Law Firm. For car accidents and negligent security cases, call Joe at 239-337-1191. By Southwest Florida Crime Stoppers, where you can report crimes and get paid with nobody knowing your identity. Call 1-800-780-TIPS. By Solomon's Air Conditioning Incorporated. No matter what the weather condition is outside, have it your way inside. 239-693-1569. And by Lee Health.
Southwest Florida, welcome back to Lee Pitts Live. So thrilled now to get an author here on our show here at the Lee County Black History Museum. A chance to talk to Pastor Nick Bruton. Nick, welcome to the show. Let's bump you in.
Thank you so much.
It's good to get you here. I got a chance to read your book, man, and I must say that you did a fabulous job in revealing your personal feelings about the passing of your wife. And when I was reading through it, I could tell that it was therapy for you as well to tell your story. Am I about right on that?
Yes, you are, sir. It touched my heart because it ministered to me to even write the book. Mm-hmm. And I know for a fact that he wanted me to get the testimony out to the world of what he's done for me that he'll do for everybody else.
Now, your book, Trusting God in the Valley, that title, how did you come up with it and why?
Well, so many experiences that I've been through in my life, in this whole experience, that I had to trust him and depend on him. And he sustained me in the valley of what I was going through. Mm-hmm. And valleys are very difficult to be in. Valleys are difficult to go through. And that's something that he was showing me. And he touched my heart and gave me those words that went through my heart. He inspired me. Trust him no matter what I'm going through. Trust him and allow him to lead me and orchestrate me in the valley of what I'm in right now. Yea, though I walk through his valley, and he will be with me. And when he did that, that's where it started.
Now, before writing this book, you were already a pastor, correct?
I was on my way to be a pastor.
Pastor, now you are a pastor. Where are you a pastor?
Redemption Church.
Okay. Who would you say is the audience for your book? Who should read your book?
Basically, people that have lost loved ones, spouses. God touched my heart to, of course, it's going to go towards the married couples, but anyone that have lost, that feel pain of losing someone. Basically, what the book is doing is getting them to trust him. Trust him is the key. Mm-hmm. That's the whole contents of the whole book. Getting to trust him no matter what they're going through. That's the audience.
And one of the things that happen a lot of times, and everybody has to deal with death at some point in their lives, they start to question their faith. God, why did this have to happen to me? I prayed for God while she was in the hospital bed and these types of things. Is this book something that people can use to help them in that process of healing through deaths like that? Go ahead.
Yes, sir. It actually can, because that's exactly something that I went through during that process, because I was trusting him of even, of him helping me through that process, of almost doubting him as well. Mm-hmm. And that was a huge challenge in my life of going through that and seeing this happen, and yet I prayed, and yet she was still getting sick. And that right there took me into a whole loop. But yet I still thought that even though I asked for 15 more years of her life to be extended, she was still extended life regardless. Mm-hmm. And I pray that this book will actually minister to somebody else, to letting them know, even though they still might leave, God still extended their life somewhere down the line, because they could have passed a week before, mm-hmm. a month before. Mm-hmm. So just trust him with whatever's going on.
Who was Mrs. Bruton?
A wonderful woman, a powerful woman, my wonderful wife. And she blessed me so much, and she inspired my life. She changed my life. And through God, through her, helped me grow in him. And she taught me so much. She was led by him to teach me how to even understand women.
How many years ago, how long has it been since she's passed?
6 years.
And what do you think she would think about your book?
She would actually say, thank you for following God and obeying him and allowing him to teach you to do his will.
Now, as you were writing the book, could you feel her spirit flowing through you?
I would say that I felt love, and love from him and her, and being guided by him. And that's what really kept pushing me. And of course, thinking and rethinking the process of doing the book, it took me a lot of love.
Now, when I was reading the book, it was like a love story to me too. And as I was reading the book, I was thinking, man, this would make a great movie. I mean, just the way you were pouring out and the way that you used the type of wording throughout the process. Tell me about the concept that you went through to start to put pen to pad, coming to the idea that I want to put this in writing. Just that whole walk me through that process.
It was an awesome process, actually, and I know that it was inspired by God, but to get to a point of putting this on paper, that right there was the most hardest and challenging thing that I can ever do. And to think of the words to put there, I had to rethink of what we went through each day of our life, from the time that I met her in high school, from the time that she got sick, and the whole process of thinking of each word to grab a pen and think of this is what happened back in that day. And it took God to hold me together during the time that I even began to put it on paper.
And the book is you able to summarize a lot of that. The book is not that thick. We'll show this side. We'll also show this side. Talk about the design of the cover. I see the crucifixion symbol. And here, talk about all of those things. Talk about the design of the cover.
The design of the cover came together because of the young man who actually helped me do the book. And basically, when you look at the front of the book, what you're actually looking at is someone who has surrendered their all to God. And they are praying to him and giving everything up to be led by him. So what you're doing is when you're raising your hands, you're saying, I'm done. I'm trusting you now. Mm-hmm. I can't move on without you. Mm-hmm. I know what you did on the cross for me. So I'm done. Take this situation, take the burden, and do what you need to do in my life with it. My character is going to grow. My endurance is going to grow. Everything you need to grow in me, I give to you. And that right there is what the front of the book, I pray that it says to everyone else.
What has been the response from people who read your book?
A young lady that came to my job, saw the book, and I didn't know she was going to do this, but she read a little bit of it and she began to weep. And she began to say that she wants to buy the book. And other people have actually bought like 3 books at one time. And it's not the royalty of the book, it's the contents in the book that I want to bless people. And this is the response that a lot of people have given to me, is that they have been blessed by the book and they want to tell other people about it as well.
Why don't you read an excerpt from your book, if you will?
Now we know that the sovereignty of God truly means. My wife and I were about to take a very long and difficult journey concerning her health and life on earth. It's in these moments that we learn the importance of prayer and relationship, creation to creator, child to Father God. Only as hands can see us through, I give thanks to the Lord now in every situation and circumstance, and have learned to live the life of a prayer without ceasing. It leads to a life so that we are not easily moved or shaken from our foundation, that is Christ.
Beautiful. How would you describe yourself now in terms of the healing process, where you are in that process?
It's amazing. Thank you for the question. I know it's all God. He's brought me a mighty, mighty long way. I've grown a lot doing this whole process. And when it got to the end of even publishing the book, there was a spiritual, mental heart release. I've grown a whole lot doing this whole process. And that's what he wanted to happen, actually, that my character grow in him, not in anything else, that it grows in him. It's all about him, not this world. That's what it's about. And that's what he wanted.
How can people get your outstanding book?
They can go to Amazon.com, and that's where they can get it right there. It will pop up immediately.
Just put in the name of the book.
Yes.
The book is Trusting God in the Valley. The author is Pastor Nick Bruton. It is a page turner, and we encourage everybody to get out and get that book. Nick, it's been a pleasure having you on the show.
Same here, sir. Thank you.
All right, stay right there. There's a saying going on this particular show for those who say it can't be done. They're usually interrupted by those like Nick, who has just put together an outstanding read right here on Lee Pitts Live. We'll be back.
Lee Pitts Live is a Lee Pitts Enterprise production.
Hello, everybody. This is Lee Pitts, the host of the award-winning Lee Pitts Live here on Fox 4. We appreciate you watching our show here on our YouTube channel. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, clicking below. Let everybody else know that they can subscribe as well. Also, when we're on the air on Fox 4, you can also catch us streaming live at 8:30 a.m. in the morning on fox4now.com. Just click on live and you get us all types of ways at your convenience. That's Lee Pitts Live.